Hi Virgo, I'm Shushana. This is going to be your reading. Let's go ahead and jump right in, shall we? What is the physical work using our traditional Lakota medicine deck? What is the physical work that Virgo needs to work on during this time? Virgos, you are so logical and astute during this time. Your energy is just so alert and so attentive. You pay attention. You do have a little issue with getting distracted by technology, but when you're not on technology, you are just a genius, I want to say. You really are. I'm really liking your soft energy. The physical work is that you need to meditate more. Spend less time online, less time on your phone, less time on your video games, less time on the screen, less time talking ridiculous nonsense with others, and tune in and meditate and get grounded with Source. Sorry about the background noise. I can't help people mowing the lawn right now. You need to protect yourself and pay attention to the messages that are coming from all 8 directions. Protect yourself from negative influences. Protect yourself from interferences. Protect yourself from messiness. Messiness is a spiritual attack where you can't keep your room clean. You can't get rid of clutter. Clutter only grows. You're always hoarding. All those things are spiritual attacks that want to keep you stifled. If you meditate, you will be able to see where the attack is coming from so that you can progress and continue to get all the breakthroughs that you've gotten in the past. There hasn't been a breakthrough in a long time. There's been a dry spell, but you aren't doing anything to help the situation, and you need to start being more proactive in helping, which you already are, but it's for your own benefit or interest. And that's not what I'm talking about. It's like someone near you needs your advice and your emotional support. Someone near you needs your abilities, and you are just there for them physically, and we can't just be there for people in one way. We have to show up for them in the 3D and the 5D and the physical and the emotional and the social. And there's someone that needs you in more ways than physical. It's interesting because it's like they need you to be there for them emotionally, and you're there for them physically, but they actually neglect you socially. So you can't help to neglect them emotionally. But the reason why they neglect you socially is because they need you emotionally so that they can get over these obstacles, challenges, and hindrances that are there blocking you or making you feel blocked and trapped from moving forward in a situation that has been like pulling teeth these past 2 years. For the spiritual advice, we have you being there for others. There's people that rely on you and depend on you, younger siblings. Sometimes it's your own mother. Why is there nobody ever there for the mother? And then they expect the mother to be Superman. But don't get me started. Don't get me started on gender. gender rants. Humanity can't help it. It's an infiltration, a contamination of the water and air that has made the feminine masculine and the masculine feminine to thwart the sacred symbol of the divine male and divine feminine. As you can see, there is none positive role models to fill the female or the male, and anyone that you might think of at the top of your head is most likely a transsexual. There's an epidemic of that. Polishing your communication skills, celebrating yourself, celebrating how far you come, how far you will go. There's things happening for you behind the scenes. And those things that are happening invite you to help it happen faster. You're spending too much time online. You're spending too much time on video games, online dating, all those kinds of things. Let me tell you a story, okay? I was watching a crime show yesterday, and there was a couple who used a dating app to lure their victims in. A married couple would lure in males and females that they found on a dating app, and then they would kill them, and then they would eat them. Okay? So go on and spread that story to all the children so that the children never, ever, ever go on dating apps, even when they're teenagers, because they will always remember that story that I just told you. Dating apps are so dangerous. Can you imagine how it was back in the day? Oh my Lord, back in the day. My mom used to date on the newspaper. Like, what kind of... That's crazy. People used to date on the newspaper. Like, respond to ads on a newspaper. You know, the newspaper, Craigslist, dating apps, those are all death traps. And I hope that nobody on here is using them. And if you are, I'm going to disadvertise for them all. You're needing to get to the truth of the matter, and there's something that you are sugarcoating and sweeping under the rug, this elephant in the room that maybe you have discussed many times, but you're not doing anything about, or you're not helping the person that needs the help to get something done. And it means so much to them to get this done. Do you want to know why they want to get this done so badly? This person that is in charge, this captain in your life, they want to get this done so badly so that they can be there for you emotionally. And you think that they're doing it on purpose, that they're a bad person because they're not there for you emotionally. They're not there for you emotionally because they're fighting so hard for a solution, for a transition, a promotion, a progression, whatever it is, so that they can be there for you emotionally, and you're not helping them. Okay? For whoever that's for, because if it's not you, it's just not your story, and somebody else needs to hear it. I'm going to put everything away, and we're going to do... Did we do one of these? We're going to do colors and your person to be fair. Are you being fair? Are you being fair with yourself? Are you being fair with the people around you? Okay, Virgo, let's go ahead and... You know what? I don't think I did a rummy card for you. Let's do a rummy. Sorry about all the background noise. At first, there's somebody mowing the lawn, and now there's somebody sawing on that side of the window. Now somebody is sawing. I cannot wait to leave this neighborhood, I tell you. Like, where I live, if you were to visually look at it, you would say, wow, this is so gorgeous. But the people are like the complete opposite of the visual beauty that you see. The people are in the Stone Age. Like, their mindset is Stone Age caveman mindset. So, I don't know, maybe somebody needed to hear that. You're not alone. The lion and the deer. So you might be in a situation where you feel that you and your person are not a good match, but you actually are perfect for each other. So, are you in separation? Did we do a color? Let's finish with the colors. And then, what color does Leo need to incorporate more in their life? Uh-oh. You don't want to stop that. What color does Leo need to incorporate more in their life? Oh my God, Leo. Why did I say Leo? I meant to say Virgo. Okay, this is for Virgo. Rainbow. Connecting to spirit and nature. Virgos need to incorporate the rainbow more. The significance of this color is sunlight and quartz crystal combined. So in your room, try to aim the quartz crystal with the sun so that, and try to make it spin so it creates these rainbow spheres in your room. And those are the colors that you're being asked to work on, is the magical colors that nature makes. If you just sit there and notice them, and you haven't really been noticing them because you've been so distracted by AI. And that's exactly AI's agenda. AI's agenda is to do exactly that. So, if there's somebody that you're interested in, let's do the Hidden Oracle Truth. Remember that multiple people might come out. Past, present, future, exes, rejected, energy vampires. They're all welcome to rant for Virgo during this time. Uh-oh. Virgo, did you break someone's heart? Did you break somebody's heart, Virgo? I kind of like the way Virgo, like, you know, spitefulness. Spitefulness is not really good, right? But I like the way Virgo uses their spiteful abilities. I like it. So you will be super sweet like molasses with somebody, right? But the second that they put any kind of vinegar on your molasses union, you are gone. And you don't even care to show them your retaliation game. Your spitefulness is simply not acknowledging their existence. So when you move on from somebody who was being vinegarish, the past person expects a response from you or a reaction from you when they catch you with your new person, but you don't even flinch. You don't even look at them. You know they're there, but you don't even acknowledge them because they're done. Once somebody hurts you in any way, You protect yourself very well, and you don't let them near you again. And I like that. Good for you. Good for you, because a lot of people will get on their knees, and just take the abuse and take the control and downsize themselves. You don't do that. You don't do that, and you won't do that. You will give someone as much honey as they give you. You will be as loyal as someone else is to you. If you feel like someone is just using you as a toy, you will use them as a toy. And I like that about you. It's very an eye for an eye, a tooth kind of energy, which is justified in my eyes. Anywho, I can't reach out. I want to start over. I trusted you. You inspire me. I know I messed up everything. This is the person I was talking about that messed up everything. They're the ones that want to start over. But they lost their chance because you're with somebody new, and the new person, you inspire the new person. I regret lying to you, past person. I love you unconditionally, new person. I wish I had treated you better, past person. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, Virgo. Hi, Libra. I am so excited to do a reading for you. I'm not doing no intro. I'm getting right into it. I want to know. Physical work that Libra needs to work on during this time. Physical work. I was impressed by you last year. You were traveling. You were seeing people. You were going to places. You were running into opportunities, and those opportunities were opening doors for you to give you a place to stay while you traveled and visited international countries. These are just general readings. I am simply reading the loudest collective storyline. If it's not your story, it's not your story, and somebody else needs to hear something. All right, Libra. I just feel a sense of excitement. Right off the bat, I am just excited to see what you are up to that you aren't telling nobody about. All right. So right from the beginning, okay, I'm making sure that my video is playing. Oh, look at your face. Your face. This is you in live time. Look at that face. That face is like, really? Are you serious? This is the era I'm in. This is the generation that's coming. Like, this is our president. This is what we're dealing with. It's just, it's a face of like, this is insane. Hand me a cocktail. But this is a recovery channel, and we're not allowed to have a cocktail because a cocktail will make us fall. Just like this card. You see how that card just fell? As soon as you have a cocktail, you will fall and you will lose your power, and the opposing force, the enemy, will win. If you fall, the opposing force is able to stop you, and you have to start all over. When you do inner work, spiritual work, energy work, detox, recovery, you are raising your spiritual rank, your spiritual level, your abilities. You're raising them up high. And as soon as you have some whiskey or a margarita, you're back down to -0. And that is exactly what the enemy wants you to do. The enemy wants to see humanity on 0. Because when humanity is on 0, they get to feed. It's yummy to the enemy to see humanity on 0. For the inner work, we have you needing to reunite with an aspect that you have neglected for a long time. Your spiritual side, your sense of community, your recovery, AA meetings, anything having to do with sobriety from alcohol. Organizations, classes, studies where alcohol is not allowed. You used to be part of those groups, and you're being asked to do some inner work in regards to reuniting with those sober groups again and see how they are dealing with the deception of life. For spiritual work, we have you needing to just sit down and observe and watch things unfold. Grab your popcorn. Because yes, it's insane, but at the same time, we have to be grateful that we can sit down on a cozy bed, have a roof over our head, and be grateful for the simple things in life. So spiritually, you don't have to make any modifications. The only modifications that you have to do are staying away from substances that make you fall from your game when you need to be keeping your game up high. This is you in lifetime. You feel orphaned. A lot of Libras came from a dysfunctional upbringing where their parents could have chosen drugs or sex or living a chaotic life over being a mother or a father to you. And in order for you to no longer feel this way, it's important for you to reunite with your sober groups, your recovery groups, church groups for some. It's difficult to find positive, genuine churches, but if you know of an authentic, genuine, positive church, then reunite with them by all means. Because when you feel this way, it is dangerous. You have to remember that we have cosmic mothers and cosmic fathers. There are not just negative things out there. Of course, there's evil and negative entities, but don't you think that if there's something evil, there's also something beautiful and holy and clean? And just how there are negative entities, there are positive guides, and we do have positive cosmic fathers and mothers that are positive. And we only feel orphaned because we're on this 3D lower vibrational earth at the moment. But you need to do something when you feel this way. It is not good to feel this way. You do not want to feel energetically, spiritually, or physically orphaned. It is not good. When you are in this position, this is when relapses happen. This is when substance and binging abuse happens. You do not want to be in that position. If you don't have the time, then maybe find a job there instead. Because sometimes we really don't have the time to do certain things that we want to do. Where, let's say, maybe you're a school teacher. Well, maybe you are, whatever it is that you're doing doesn't give you time. So if it doesn't give you time, then get a job where you would rather be. Literally. If you don't have time to join this AA meeting group center, then get a job there. If it's a dance studio where taking ballet lessons makes you feel like you have a purpose in life, simply by being a dancer, you feel like satisfied with yourself, but you never have time. Well, see if maybe they're hiring. Sometimes those classes are in very big buildings, and those big buildings will have multiple positions, and you can just get a job there for the next semester. You can resign. This is the perfect time to resign, is in between seasons, and you get hired at a place where you would rather be. So then when your shift is done, you can just go straight into class that you usually don't have time for because you're doing another job that you don't love doing. You know, if you don't love doing your job, then don't be there. Don't be there. But get a job where you actually enjoy being there. Okay, Libra, we have something difficult is ahead of you. Regardless of the outcome, you will grow from the experience. Be cautious, keep a low profile, balance karma. There is a reason for everything. Each life has many connections to previous lives. You came here to balance karma with others, allowing grief and anger and guilt to be transformed into a force to fortify you and assist you in fulfilling your purpose of this time. Your purpose of this lifetime. But I want to say now. I get the urge to say now because I feel that you've wasted over a decade to 2 decades for some of you, not doing what you came here to do. We did not come into this life to get wasted. We did not come into this life to be on drugs, overdosing. We did not come here for that. And maybe that is not an extreme for some of you, but you cannot deny the spiritual and energetic consequence to self-destructive habit. And how it doesn't help your feelings of being orphaned. What happens when you indulge in those poisonous things? You end up feeling more orphaned than ever. And that is a horrible feeling. So if you don't want to feel orphaned, do some fasting, detox, recovery. And by the time you're done, you're not going to want to do it again. Because you're going to realize that you feel so much better than when you were on that agonizing loop of going to the bar. Not being able to go home unless you order unless you buy a bottle of wine or two that you end up finishing the entire contents to. Because you don't want to face how you're feeling. And how you're feeling is already difficult. So needing to control your anger. Your anger, you get angry. So you go back and forth from feeling orphaned to anger. And these two combined causes the trigger that ultimately makes you binge. On negative substance. You know, there's positive substance. There's teas. There's organic CBD, organic THC. You know, there's holistic remedies to whatever you're feeling. Because I know that it's very difficult to be without any prescriptions. Okay? This is how you will feel if you put down the substance. How you will feel and how you will look if you just put down that substance that in your case, it seems like an egotistical issue. So people who quit drinking or quit drugs, they do so for different reasons. Some people do it out of obligation because they're on probation. Some do it because they're tired of overdosing, almost dying, almost crashing, not knowing where they're at, losing things. They're tired of the hangovers. They're tired of the sleep paralysis. The reason why you can't stop is because of ego. You don't like people telling you what to do because that takes your freedom away in your mind. But you have it backwards and you have to do a core belief shift where your core belief is upside down and you just pick it right back up. It's the complete opposite, actually. You keep your freedom by staying sober. And when you pick up the wine, you're forfeiting your freedom and you're giving it to demons and spirits. And you don't actually sleep and rest. Everybody thinks that wine helps you sleep and rest. It does not help you sleep and rest. It helps you crash from exhaustion and high blood sugar levels. So you weren't resting. You were passed out, dehydrated and dying and being consumed by spirits for a couple hours. I'm sorry. So this is how you will look if you put down that substance. By the way, did you know that after they did, you know how they do those tests? They did a test to determine like something, and a woman is less attractive than her male date after 2 drinks. So after 2 drinks, the woman's face looks less attractive than her male date. You know, I don't know why I got called to say that. Alcohol is an agent. It makes you age. So when you drink, it makes you look 10 years older. Okay, I'm just trying to encourage you to get your power back, because when you give that power away, it is hard to get it back. It is hard to get it back. It has a way of getting a grip. Okay, I'm going to move all these out of the way and we're going to finish up your reading with colors. What colors does Libra need to work more, incorporate more in their life? Mostly energetic. These colors are mostly energetic suggestions. Oh, what a beautiful. Connecting to the divine. Some of you are 25 years old and we have the beautiful color pearl. Pearl is the color that Libra needs to connect with, and it's associated with divine and divine intervention. So that is the end of your reading, unless you want to stick around and do... Oh, wait a minute. You know what I didn't do for you? An animal omen. We have a crocodile. Someone around you is a negative influence. There is somebody around you that is a liar. You should intuitively know who that is, and you need to cut them off from your life. Let's do a rummy card for you. Making a commitment to yourself and your recovery, your sanity, your survival. Letting love transform. You're being too forceful, and you have to allow love, real love, to come find you, because the love that you're pining after is so toxic, and you need to cut that pattern and figure out why that loop keeps happening. We have the celestial rose of Ma. This is what you are capable of having. This is what you are meant to have. You are meant to be in a power couple, creating revolutions for the people in need, and you're over here relapsing and just continuing on this perplex, oh my gosh, you know what I mean, cycle that has been going on for 1 or 2 decades. And enough is enough. There is a time where you're going to have to take full responsibility and either step into your power or suffer the consequences of staying in a lower state that using cultivates. This is an extremely, this is, I can't even, there's no words for that, really. You can look it up yourself. The long version, it's hiding. Celestial Rose of Ma, number 10 on the Rummy deck. Okay, because the book is very long. Okay, so that is the end of that, Libra. If you are not single, or if you have a separation situation, be mindful that multiple people might express themselves. A past person, a present person, an energy vampire, someone who got rejected, etc. If you gave them the mic, what would they say? Okay, so check it out. A lot of you are dating the same toxic person. It's like you're dating a different person with the same toxic personality. Yeah. Why? You want to know why? Because you refuse to put down a certain substance. If you put down that substance, somebody will come in your life that is against the substance that you put down, and that's your power couple. You need to find some, that's kind of a clue. What is your clue? How will Libra know if that's the power couple person? Because they won't use. They won't be a user of your drug of choice. It could be cocaine we're talking about over here. You have to quit cocaine. Your person is going to be the person who doesn't use cocaine. Okay? But you have to quit it first to attract the person that is going to be of a higher vibration. If you continue to use lower vibrational substances, you will attract lower vibrational people. You put the substance down, higher vibrational people will be attracted to you, and vice versa. I can't do this. I am waiting patiently. I want to make amends. I don't want to know. I want to feel that way again. I wish I could share my good news with you. You came closer than anyone. And I lost myself for a little while. Okay? Thanks so much for watching. Till next time. Bye. Hi, Scorpio. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so you know what I want to do with you? I want to throw them all down. I want to throw down all of the cards and then do your reading after. I haven't done that for no one today. But for you, I want to do that. We're just going to throw down all the cards and then just talk about them all at once. You know, maybe that's how you want your life to be right now. Maybe you want your life to be just like that, where you either want life or the person you're dealing with to lay down all the cards and just tell you everything how it is. And some of you are frustrated because they're not. Your person is hiding things, guarded, insecure, not telling you things. Like, people don't understand that when you are insecure and you guard things and you hide things, you are hurting not only your relationship, not only the potential, but you're hurting the person that you are hiding things from or not expressing things about yourself to. You are hurting them, and you're gonna suffer the consequences just as bad because you are hiding things. And it's not nice because you're insecure, you don't want to express yourself. Okay, that's fine. But don't you think that the person that you are insecure about also has feelings just like you do? And they will take your deception, your deceit, your hidden motives or insecurities as rejection. The other person will take it as rejection. I sympathize for extroverts. I understand the extroverted mentality, but at the same time, I think that it can sometimes be an inconsiderate energy that doesn't think that maybe the other person is also hypersensitive and is taking their guardedness, their insecurities, etc. The other things we mentioned as rejection or a lack of receptivity or unrequited love. That is my rant on insecurities. Insecurities, how interesting that the word in is also inconsiderate. Insecurities, inconsiderate. I can't tell if this one was flipped before or after, so I'm not going to take it. And we're just going to flip that one down to not get distracted. So either you could be doing this or someone else is doing this to you. And it seems to be a common thing. And it's like, you know what? Do you know why tarot exists? Tarot exists because of the insecure, inconsiderate people that refuse to express themselves. So they mind F the target into thinking they're interested, but then they're not saying anything. So then the other person doesn't know what the hell to do, so they watch tarot readings. And that's cruel. If you're one of those person that is leading someone on and mind screwing someone into having to watch tarot because you can't open your feminine mouth, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You're really getting the rant side of me right now. I'm sorry, Scorpio. I'm sure you understand. I'm not talking about you. I'm generalizing. Someone is probably doing this to you. But you also do this to other people, so it's probably coming back to you. Don't sit there and tell me that you don't mind screw people, Scorpio. Okay, I have been married to 2 Scorpios. My first husband was a Scorpio. My second husband was a Scorpio. The first serious relationship that I had that took me seriously spiritually was a Scorpio. So I know Scorpios like the back of my hand, and not only that, my Mars is in your Scorpio home. I'm a Scorpio in Mars, so I am a true Scorpio at Mars level. So trust me, I know. Unfortunately, your little game that you try to play on people does come back to you. Okay, for whoever that's for. Okay, are you ready? No, are you ready? Okay, physical work. Scorpio needs to reconnect with Source. What are you up to? Why are you always up to something? You need to reconnect with Source. And if you reconnect with Source, Source is going to hook you up with the power couple partner. But right now, it's like Source wants to punish you. Source is like, you know what? You're going to ignore my power and my authority, my godly power, and not be humble. Or because some people, like atheist people, this is not an atheist channel, by the way. If you're an atheist, you're not going to like my channel. I am a true believer in source beyond the firmament, not the matrix, false god. I'm not talking about that one. So it's almost like God is punishing you and saying, oh, you know what? You want to get married? Well, I'm hiding your wife. I got your wife right here. But you have to murder your ego and be humble and ask for a godly wife that's not going to cheat, that's not going to play no games, that's going to make me a power couple. Okay, so that's what I see here. Okay, I just see that God has your significant other and doesn't want to properly release them until you are coming correct. This could be vice versa. It could also be the other person, because I feel like this is a very swappy energy. It could either be you or them. Your inner work is not allowing your ego to control everything. Your ego right now wants to control everything, and it wants to knock everything over. Your ego is your enemy right now. The opposing force is using your ego to make you destroy your own blessings. Your spiritual advice is to be in tune with your intuition, not your ego. Your animal omen, we have the hummingbird. Okay, the hummingbird means that there's a blessing that wants to come to you, but it wants to make sure that you're going to treat it with the uttermost respect. We have Treasure Island. Wow. Wow. This is like Scorpio about to have not only a financial breakthrough, but a passionate, erotic experience. And you will have the power to choose which open door you want to go through. You'll be able to make life changes for yourself and start all over in a brand new place, whether that is physical or metaphoric. We have the human gift. I absolutely get the vibe that a gift is going to be offered to you. This gift is not like a present with a bow on it. It's like someone opening their house to you, someone opening their farm to you, someone saying, hey, you know what? I never use this car. Do you want this car? You know, like something like that. And you have to be very humble when that opportunity comes. We have Australian agate, you needing to be compassionate, more compassionate, more gentle towards yourself and others. There's a similarity in these two colors. They're a very gentle purple, there's this roughness around the edges you need to replace with a gentleness. Being gentle, be gentle in your interactions with people. Okay, people need to be more gentle and less aggressive. We live in a society that is go go go, aggressive aggression, aggressive aggression, you know, and people need to be more considerate and more compassionate and more gentle. That is what society needs. More compassion, more nourishment, more consideration of other people's feelings. For some reason, everybody seems to be just stepping on people's toes when it's just not necessary to do that. Emotionally, you are ready. Emotionally, you are ready for fulfilling what has been long overdue, what you feel is owed to you. You want a house, you want a family, you want it all. You're tired of settling for less. Be your own best friend. For some of you, you're frustrated because nobody understands you. Be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. Be patient. You are not being patient enough. Patience is not about doing nothing. Patience is knowing profoundly that nothing can be done to change the situation in the present moment. But if you just wait, the inevitable will materialize. That goes hand in hand with not allowing your ego to get in the way. Because if you let your ego start controlling things, it will destroy your blessing. Awaken your empathy, being more empathetic. And if you're interested in stones, wearing turquoise and using the color turquoise to clear dark matter that is around your throat. There are people that wish you harm, that have binded your neck. And some of you might be 34 years old, and we are removing this stuff that is on your neck. Okay, and you needing to stop fighting and instigating and stop with the confrontations, unnecessary confrontations, because when you have these unnecessary confrontations, you get people that put stuff around your neck. And we don't want that now, do we? So if you ever see more of them, you can clear them with the color turquoise. Okay, and when you do that, you will see your real voice come out, and that real voice needs to be protected instead of covered and bashed with ego, anger, and control and power struggles. Okay, none of that. So let's clear the space. And we're pretty much done, unless you want to stick around for if you're in a situationship or if you're in separation. Okay, Scorpio. Be mindful. Past, present, or future people might come along. Exes might come forward. Energy vampires might come forward. Crushes might come forward. People you rejected might come forward. If you gave them a mic, what would they want to say? You got like two people fighting over you? Two people fighting over you, or two people interested in you? Isn't that always the case with Scorpio? And you know what pisses me off? Whenever Scorpio is in a situation where there are two people over them, there's always one of them that genuinely loves the Scorpio and the other one could care less and have sex with a completely different person the next day. Why is it always like that? It's always like that. It's always like that. It's always one person that seriously loves and the other person could care less. And it's just a one night stand. And it happens more often than it should, where the person who gets done dirty stays in the relationship. By all means, if anybody cheats on you, plays with your heart, leave them the first time. There's no need to stick around. If you stick around, they will do it again because you forgave them the first time. That's just the reality of it. I don't think I have ever in my entire life seen someone cheat and then not cheat. That doesn't happen, okay? It just doesn't happen. It continues to happen if they do it once. You let me down. For some of you, it was you. I feel so happy with you. You inspire me. I want to start over. I hope that you can forgive me one day. I look for you everywhere. Just being near you is intoxicating. And it's time for me to heal now. Okay? So those are all the readings I have for you. Till next time. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius. This is your reading. I'm jumping right in. Physical work, physical work, physical work for Sagittarius. Inner work, spiritual work, energy, riddles, animal omen, for Sagittarius. Oops. Do we want to take those? Those are way too many. We need just one, please. Got it. Taoism. Emotions. Dream Oracle. Energetic color. All right, let's begin. Physical work, we have intellect. Sagittarius needs to improve their intellect. You have been so broken down, traumatized, re-traumatized over and over and over again, bashed for just being the Good Samaritan, right? That you have forgot how to communicate, you forgot how to network, you forgot how to chat, you forgot how to go live. You just kind of lost your voice and you're needing to find it again. In nature is where you will find the pouch that contains your true voice that has been horsed. Your inner work is to regain your hope that you lost. You became hopeless. And your spiritual work is to nurture yourself. Nurture yourself. Get grounded and nurture yourself and stop trying to please everybody when you need to tend to your mental health needs. Regenerate your body. Some of you are 38 years old. If there's a stone that you need to work on, it is blue sapphire. If there's energy work that you need to clear it with the sapphire. Sapphire laser, sapphire nightlight, sapphire crystals to help you sleep. The color sapphire will help you with insomnia. Needing to start a new beginning. This beginning is coming whether or not you like it. There's something that needs to pop off out of your life and be replaced with something new. We have chaos and conflict. If there is anything or anyone that crumbles or leaves your life, let them. We have the tribe needing to be around like-minded people and staying the freak away from anyone who is not like-minded for you. Okay? There is a time and a place for everything, and Sagittarius very commonly, very often gets accused of being selfish, and that is a misunderstanding. Sagittarius, especially men, are not being selfish. They are prioritizing their mental health, and there's so much going on with their processing of it all as being such a complex and dynamic mind that you are. So the processing time for you is more than others because you are able to grasp more. Some Sagittariuses are geniuses and they have no degrees because they are bigger than the school system. The school system is actually a lie. They teach you lies and you get a license and a degree in lying when you finish it all. So a lot of times the people who have all these degrees and licenses and masters and bachelors in school are actually the dumbest people in society, and they have no hands-on experience or wisdom whatsoever because they've spent their entire life being taught and memorizing a lie. So much that a lot of scientists and mathematic experts committed suicide when they realized that their entire career was based on a lie. They were retired and they couldn't deal with the reality of the lie, so they ended their life. Their whole life they succeeded and made all this money to the point where they retired, only to find out that the formula was a lie and has been proven to be a lie. So I'm not going to go deep into that. You know what to do. You have the answers. Don't be influenced by conflicting advice from multiple sources. Don't rely on others to resolve your problems. If your answers do not appear overnight, don't be concerned. You will conquer those obstacles. It takes time. Reunite with the lost aspect of yourself. There's someone that you used to be that you kind of got distracted and deterred away from. And we have the raccoon as your animal omen. So you stopped being somebody because you thought that you were supposed to slip into that costume. Remove that costume, because the real reason why people are attracted to you, they're attracted to Sagittarius when Sagittarius is authentic. And when Sagittarius is not authentic, people sense it and they just are not interested. So the best part of this is that you get to be yourself, because that is what people are attracted to. A lot of times when comedians become famous, they're not funny anymore because they know they're famous. So then the comedy and the humor becomes forced and scripted, and they're no longer funny, because the real reason they became famous was because they were funny from improvisation. And when you take that away, when you take away that natural element, you now have this forced, ingenuine persona. So if you feel like you fell off in business, fell off in sales, fell off in interest, or whatever it is that you were doing, you fell off because there was an ingenuine aspect to it that repelled people. And everyone has a different talent, and people are attracted to people for different reasons. The reason why people are attracted to you is because of your authenticity. Your authenticity, people adore. It's very important for you to be around like-minded people. We have the number 8, which is your number, and we have the number 33. We have the raccoon here as your omen. How can you be more like the raccoon? The raccoon is clever. Very, very clever. And people are usually scared of raccoons. They don't want to get bit. They don't want to get attacked. When raccoons are angry, they can be very ferocious and very dangerous. Have you heard how they growl? I had no idea that their growl sounds like a tiger. They have very loud growls that make their bodies look bigger than they are by the sound, and then you come close and realize it's just a raccoon. But when they're mad, they're able to make themselves look bigger. So how can you make yourself look bigger in life? How can you defend yourself better from yourself and your own self-destructive habits? And then we have Tiger Iron. This is all about protection mechanism. What aspects of your life need more protection or guarding over? So we're going to end it there and keep it simple, unless you're interested in separation situationships. Sagittarius, did we do a rummy card for you? I don't think we did. Let me see. I can't remember if we did. Yes, we did, because you got the human gift, okay? It's what you're going to receive in the form of an opportunity that you have to be ready and humble for. When we're not humble, when a blessing comes, we risk forfeiting or losing it. If you are in a situationship, what would they say? Exes might come about. Crushes might come about. People that you rejected might come about. What would they say if they could? Your current person, if they're too shy to say. You get karma for being shy. The karma for being shy is lost opportunity. So if somebody wants to be shy and approach you, it's like, no. You need to say it like it is, you know. Usually shy people are attracted to people who need you to be blunt and bold and spicy. You know, have you noticed that usually the really shy introverted people, they're never attracted to another shy introverted person. They're always shy. They're always attracted to someone who needs the kind of response that the shy person cannot utter. You know, that's why it's so cringy sometimes when a water sign is attracted to a fire sign, or you know, because it's like, oh my goodness, you're gonna have to be very blunt here. Okay. Do I still have a chance? I miss seeing you. I want you so badly. I trusted you. It's time for me to heal now. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I hide who I really am from you. And my life is not as together as it seems. Those are all the messages I have for you. Bye, Sagittarius. Hi, Capricorn. I am only going to be home alone for like 15 more minutes. And I want to do your reading before my roommates come back home. So let's get straight into it. Physical work for Capricorn. Inner work for Capricorn. I really hate to be rushed, you know, and maybe you're dealing with that where you hate to be rushed and you hate to have to do things on other people's time when you want to do things on your time. But if I don't do this right now, I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow. And I don't want to wait until tomorrow. I want to see what's up with you now. So, I do have a little rant on Capricorn. My little rant is that people don't understand. People, like other readers, will really sit there and try to understand Capricorn. And the thing is, you can't. All right? Don't sit there and try to understand a Capricorn because you don't know what they're going through. This is just a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. It's meant for who is meant to hear it. It's meant for the person who the story is about. If it's not your story today, maybe next time. But whoever this is for, you just deal with, I don't even know how to begin. It's like everybody has their opinions. Everybody has their 2 cents. And everybody is sitting there trying to tell Capricorn what to do. And all Capricorn wants is to be left the F alone. Like, if there is something that you could scream to in the top of the mountains, is leave me the F alone. There is always somebody in Capricorn's business. There's always somebody, oh my Lord. There's always somebody listening. There's always somebody sniffing around all up in your freaking business. Everybody thinks that you need them or you need their opinion or approval, and you don't. Or their help, and you're like, you know what would help me? Being left the F alone. That would help me, because you can solve your own problems. You can make miracles, but you can't when people don't leave you the F alone. People will try to text you or call you right before your breakthrough, right when you're clocking in. And it's like, wow. Don't sit there and complain about your life when you don't do nothing about it. And then you want to sit there and harass Capricorn because Capricorn is getting the work done. Like, leave Capricorn alone. Like, why are people always trying to harass Capricorn? And thinking that Capricorn is caring about love. Do you know, when I try to see like the horoscopes or the titles to other Capricorn readings, they're the same title for thousands of videos. Capricorn, they love you. Capricorn, they regret it. Capricorn, they want you back. Who ever told you that Capricorn cares about love? Who? First of all, you obviously don't know Capricorns that well. If you think they care about love or their ex or their ex-husband or their past person who lost their opportunity, Capricorn doesn't care about love because the people that they consider didn't care about them. So they're not even going to acknowledge their existence. And then all these readers, hundreds and thousands of readers, are like, but wait, your ex, your ex, your ex, your ex, your ex. Why are you even acknowledging them? You know? So I'm here to give you a reading about you that is not love related. If love wants to come out, let it come out. But the intention is to give you a reading about you and your spiritual development and your spiritual progression and your spiritual protection. My God. Wow, what a rant. I'm just so sick of it. I'm so sick of it because I can see it. I can see it. I can see how people act hopeless around you when they are able and capable. You know, how are you going to sit there and pretend you're disabled next to a Capricorn? You know, it's like you're only acting disabled because you're right next to them. And as soon as they're not home, you're like an octopus doing everything, multitasking. Like, don't play dumb. Don't play dumb around a Capricorn. That will turn them off and piss them off. And they will just see how long you go doing it. It's like, oh my gosh. All the cards are facing down right now. We haven't even started with your reading. So, physical work for Capricorn. Of course, this is the physical work. This is why I'm so angry. It's you always having to be there for people. And the physical work is you continuing to have to be there for people. and you have to get a little aggressive with getting them on the same page, for those that are deserving to even be acknowledged by you, because they've been there for you in other ways. So everybody needs to be on the same correct page, not the wrong page, the correct page. The correct freaking page. Team Captain Capricorn. You are the freaking captain. Every time you let someone else do it, they do it wrong. And then what do you say? What does Capricorn always say? I told you so. I told you so, because no one ever listens. Nobody ever wants to listen to Saturn. And Saturn has to sit there and watch you fail and then say, I told you so. Capricorn, you need a vacation, or if not a vacation, just leaving the location that holds the problem, and just take a break from where you either live or where the problem is. You know, if you're always spending time at your person's house and you guys always fight at your person's house, then just stop going there. Okay? Stop going where there's drama, and see if you can avoid it. See if you can switch your shift, because there might be an issue with shifts as well, where you can still get your hours but change your shift around from either daytime to nighttime, or wherever there is less chaos or less drama. For your spiritual, sorry about the background noise, there's neighbors making noise in the background as usual. Spiritual work is you needing to get grounded and meditate more. Okay, usually you are really good at this, but lately you've been too angry. You've been too angry to do this. But the thing is that this holds your solution. So people around you, it feels like people around you just have really low IQs and no one is able to give you any advice. So the solution will come from your own meditation and your own visuals and your own visions within meditation and grounding. For reals, it's like you have all the answers, so don't try and get them from other people, because other people are just going to sit there and talk about your ex that you dumped 2 years ago. Like, get with the program. Like, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let me stop. You're ready for a brand new beginning, okay? And you're really getting tired of people getting in your way, whether that's challenges, hindrances, hidden enemies, hidden blockages, all that stuff. We cut those cords, we destroy them, we turn them to ashes. All those things that are blocking you. Okay, you're ready. You're ready for your new beginning. I'm getting annoyed because I feel like there's eavesdroppers again. You're ready for your new beginning, and you're not taking any prisoners. Like, you're at the point where you're just going to be shoving things out of your way. Like, you realize that anything in your way is like a video game. It needs to be zapped. So you're just going to be zapping things out of your way at this point. You're not interested in any friendships or new friendships, none of that. You are determined for a brand new lifestyle in an environment that is a higher vibration, or an environment that has people that are more mature or have higher IQs than the people that you're surrounded by now. It's like different towns have different energies, and unfortunately, sometimes we get stuck in towns that have, really low vibrational people. And that affects your psyche. Expressing your true feelings whenever you are given the opportunity, express your true feelings. And I feel like you've been waiting for this opportunity and you're getting to the point where you're like, wow, is this person ever going to come forward and give you the green light? Removing demons from your life, removing negative energies from your life, protecting yourself from demons, protecting yourself from people that are just living negative lifestyles. You seem to have no choice but to be surrounded by it in your career or place of work. And just because it's around you a lot does not mean that you can't protect yourself from it. It's only going to ultimately make you stronger. So when you go to your next place, you'll have these like spiritual kung fu abilities because you practiced clearing so much in the chaotic place where you live now, or the chaotic situation that you had to deal with recently or may still have to be dealing with. And you're just being a professional at poker facing, as you always are, because that's such an amazing defense. When you poker face, it calms down the attack. The attack is calmed down by your poker facing. Other people don't understand that tactic and they show fear or shock. And when you show fear or shock, that is like candy to the attacker. We have the little grasshopper for you, Capricorn. As your animal omen, you're needing to hop from one place to another, from one state to another, from one country to another, from one city to another, and you see that the distances are pretty far. Little freaking grasshopper is not gonna do a big jump up in the air and then come back down close to where he took off. They go the distance. So you need to make a little hop. No, a big hop that actually goes the distance, meaning a decent amount of distance between where you are now and where you're going to be the next semester. The unstoppable power of heaven is here to create or destroy. The extreme yang energy symbolizes the sun and fatherhood. It allows you to break through boundaries once too difficult to conquer. Utilize the momentum from northwest and make the best of your timing. Okay, so heaven and source are going to help you through this transition because clearly there's nobody competent enough in your life to help you with very simple 3D things. It's absurd. You're always cleaning up and doing all the hard work, paying the bills, taking care of multiple people, helping people, volunteering, and then when you need someone's help, there's crickets, no one to be found. So you realize that you're going to be having to do this all on your own, but heaven is here. Source is here to say, no, I'm going to help you. All you got to do is meditate, get grounded, and tap in, and I will tell you where you need a compass. Mauve, enjoy clear hearing. Source is going to be guiding you every step of the way. And if you get an urge to dismiss people, dismiss them fast. Getting grounded, nourish your body and soul with dark chocolate. Prioritizing, nourishing yourself when you're taking breaks, because you're going to have to work really hard to be able to get yourself from A to B and to take your whole army with you. Blessing of Zara. Okay, so by next semester, you're going to have an opportunity to have a brand new lifestyle. And whenever you get it, you're going to be very grateful and you're going to feel a little foolish that you didn't do this sooner. But the reason why you didn't do this sooner was because you were being considerate over people in your tribe, in your team, in your family, in your household. So you had to compromise. So really, there is no mistake. You gained knowledge and wisdom, and you still are. And it is inevitable that things are not going to stay the same and that you're ultimately going to be able to step on up to the next stair, next chapter, next book, next ladder, and so forth. You are realizing that your fear of you never being able to move on is just an illusion. So I'm going to keep your reading simple because that's all that I wanted to share with you. I know, after all of that rant, so Capricorns are extremely loving and extremely affectionate to the people who deserve it. And the only reason why Capricorn is as cold as ice right now is because there's nobody in their life that is deserving of their physical 3D affection. And that is the reason why Capricorn is no longer interested in love and romance. And they have taken that disappointment and transmuted it into determination for self-development and upgrading those that depend and rely on them. So Capricorn's priority right now is being there for the people who were there for them and taking care of those that are younger than them, being there emotionally, being emotionally supportive towards those that are younger than Capricorn. That is Capricorn's priority. They take pleasure in caring for others and being there for others. And the only reason why Capricorn is feeling down and out right now is because they can't be there for their loved ones, family members. They're not down and out because of a date or a crush or a past person. No, Capricorns are over that. Capricorns are there for the people that are physically there for them. If there's somebody that has shown Capricorn any kind of neglect or abandonment, Capricorn has taken that as a person that represents their neglectful parent. Anywho, if you are in some kind of separation towards somebody that you used to be interested in, no, I'm just kidding. If you're in separation from somebody that you're somewhat interested in, if you're in separation from somebody that you sometimes think about, I am teasing you, cross watchers. I'm teasing you. Okay, look. In order for Capricorn to feel sexy and romantic, they need to be able to know that their household doesn't need nothing. Okay, so if Capricorn is not being romantic towards you, it's either because you abandoned them, made them feel neglected, took in for granted, took an advantage, or their household is not on lockdown. Capricorn, once they know that everybody in their household is good and they don't need anything, their dependents are happy, their family is happy, then they can go out and be romantic. Okay, but you can't expect Capricorn to be romantic with you when you don't even acknowledge them on the 3D, okay? I wonder how you feel. I would do it all again. I compare others to you. I daydream about a life with you. I hide behind material things. The timing just wasn't right for us. You came closer than anyone. My life is not as together as it seems, okay? So for those of you who are cross watchers and you feel like your life is not as together as it seems, if you have yourself a true, genuine, loving Capricorn, that Capricorn is not going to care if your life is in shambles. They just want your friendship. That's what they want. And once you have a friendship, the friendship turns to romance. But you're not even giving them that. You're embarrassed because your life is in shambles. Whose life is not in shambles? I want to know. Everybody's life is in shambles. We're all slaves, if you think about it. We all have to pay rent. We all have to pay for food that a long time ago used to be free. You know? So if you really have someone special, cross watchers, that special person is not going to care if your life is in shambles. In fact, they want to know all the details so that they can be there for you. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. All right. Hi, Aquarius. We're just going to clear the space because there's been a lot of emotions here today. So we're just going to clear the emotions from the past readings. Okay. How are you doing, Aquarius? So anybody who has a lot of Aquarius or Aquarius placements, this is going to be for you. We're going to start off with our traditional Lakota medicine deck. Physical work, please. Physical work for Aquarius. Inner work. Spiritual work. Spiritual work. Needing to express yourself clearly, needing to work on defending yourself, expressing yourself, working on your truth, improving your communication style. For inner work, we have how can you harmonize, create harmony with all your relations, all the people that you have to interact with on a day-to-day basis. How can you create more harmony? And for spiritual work, we have leaving the problem. If you cannot find a resolution to the problem, you have to isolate yourself from the problem. Leave the location of the problem, and you will find a resolution from a distance. Learning how to nourish yourself for others. Learning how to nourish yourself. Learning how to accept nourishment from others. You have a really hard time with receiving. I'm sorry for shaking my camera so much. It's a very small table, but I didn't want to bring out my bigger one because my bigger one I'm using to hold the TV so I can have my fireplace in the background. Fireplace ambiances. I love how they relax you and calm you when you're under a lot of stress. After a hard day at work, you come home and you just put on some fireplace or candles. As an ambience, you don't even have to turn on the candle because a lot of the candles have chemicals, toxic chemicals, and with ambience, you can just put a whole bunch of candles in the background as an ambience that straight up look like you really have candles lit with the lights off. So that's why I didn't bring my bigger table out today. It's holding my little fireplace ambience that just keeps me focused. The sound of the crackling fire, or just the way the fire looks, keeps me focused during readings, because a lot of times I will get absent-minded and I'm unable to scan because I'm a scanner. I'm not a channeler. I don't look for downloads. I'm a scanner and diagnoser. So sometimes I get absent-minded and it just helps to have that crackling fire sound or ASMR in the background, whatever helps you. Get into the driver's seat of your own life. Getting into the driver's seat of your own life. Arise and see a higher point of view. These two are the equivalent. It's removing yourself from the problem to find a resolution, or going to a higher view. You know, if you're unable to do this, you can do it in a meditation mode where you pretend that you are above yourself, above your house, above your city, above your state, above your country, and you see yourself from a distance. And when you do that meditation of how would you see your problems from an airplane point of view? If you're up on an airplane, all of a sudden the problems that we have down here seem smaller. Where in your life have you exaggerated an issue that is easy to mend? And then we have this beautiful green barrel that represents your truth, your genuine, your authenticity, how you come to the world, how you look to the world, how your look to the world matches your true identity or doesn't. You seem to fit your spirit very well with your current wardrobe. Your current wardrobe matches how you feel and what you believe. And as your beliefs change, your wardrobe changes. Refuse to be used. Pull away from your fears and refuse to be a victim. You will never be happy if you don't end this toxic arrangement that imprisons you. Love yourself. You deserve better. So you deserve better than any situation that is using you. Watch your back. Be aware of kind gestures, sweet intents, and flattering words. Draw a line between jealousy and admiration. Some people who have jealousy and admiration towards you are actually sending you the evil eye, and it's important for you to shield yourself energetically from these people. Avoid these people. Watch your back is also associated with coworkers and perhaps needing to look for another job where you're not constantly having to deal with evil eye. We have serendipity, okay? The reason why people envy you is because you embody serendipity. Your attitude, your energy is very serendipitous. And this is very difficult to come by. I believe you are the sea otter, aren't you? Aren't you the sea otter in Native American astrology? Serendipity is not something that you can just snap your fingers and be serendipity. People can try so hard to be you, but they just can't be you. And they just, I don't understand why humanity is the way that they are, but a lot of people are repelled by people that have power, love, genuine light, serendipity, bubbly, always happy, always smiling, always giddy, always grateful. For some reason, there's a percentage of people that are repelled by that because when you are around them, you show them how dark they are. You show people their darkness. You expose their darkness. You expose how much light they don't have by being next to them. And you're this blazing fire of beauty, I want to say. And a lot of times when you feel insecure or uncertain, it's because people are sending you negative vibes. Because your natural form is self-assuring. You are a very self-assuring person. If you have any kind of eating disorder, I want to say that that is also other people's negative vibrations towards you, wishing you harm. Let's do an animal omen for Aquarius. We have the School of Fish. Okay. The School of Fish makes me feel like you need to go after a job or a career or a social group of people that make you feel like you're part of something together, whether that is a community, a nonprofit organization, a group of people that make you feel acknowledged and empowered, and vice versa. And where you are right now, you are in a toxic environment that does not allow you to perform at your utmost capabilities. It's almost like the job that you have right now or the career that you have right now is disempowering in some way. And it's important for you to consider transitioning into an industry, a career, a trade, a nonprofit organization, etc., that is going to make you feel empowered and supported, where all of you are going after the same thing, where as of right now, you feel that you have to just constantly deal with chaos that is affecting your well-being. And then we have the beautiful oyster. The world is your oyster. So don't let anyone second guess yourself. Don't let anyone second guess yourself. Did we do the color already? What color does Aquarius need to incorporate more in their life? Color that Aquarius needs to incorporate more in their life. And we have ruby, rejuvenating your body. We have the number 8, using the color ruby to rejuvenate your body. How do you do that? How do you use the color ruby? Ruby is about self-love, putting yourself first, especially in situations where you overextend or overexert yourself and then you end up exhausted and drained. Using ruby is about prioritizing your schedule and your time with yourself and pampering yourself. Now, if you are in a separation, what does that person wish that they could tell you? Whether it's a crush, an ex, energy vampire, your crush, your spouse, your 5D husband, your 5D wife. And for some reason, they just can't tell you in the 3D. What do they wish they can say, but cannot for whatever reason? Okay, we have, I admire you. I find you so attractive. I feel the sexual tension. I don't know. I know you don't feel the same. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I know that I crossed the line with you. I knew exactly what I was doing. And I wish I could share my good news with you. Okay, so that's all that I have for you. Till next time. Bye. Hi, Pisces. I'm going to get straight into it. Starting off with our traditional Lakota medicine deck. Physical work, physical work, physical work for Pisces. Inner work, spiritual work, So let's start off with the beginning. The physical work. The physical work that Pisces needs to work on is manifesting, making a decision in what you want to manifest. So sometimes we're supposed to be doing this. Sometimes we're supposed to be doing that. Things come and go in seasons. And right now, it is the season for Pisces to make a decision on what you want out of life. You're sitting there watching your friends get married, watching your siblings have children, and you are in your 40s without making any decisions whatsoever. Not making any decisions on what you're going to do with your life. For some of you, I want to say wasting away your talent, wasting away your brightness. Others of you, you're workaholics, and being a workaholic is making you disconnected from yourself because you're just tied down to your career or industry, that you never spend time with self-reflection, self-discovery. So when you have no self-reflection and no self-discovery, you have no idea what you want to manifest. And when you don't manifest, or when you don't make a choice, a specific choice in what it is that you're trying to manifest, you end up getting the default handed to you. And you don't want the default handed to you. The inner work that needs to be done is meditating and obtaining visions from your meditations, answers from your meditations. The spiritual work is for you to be more specific with your intentions. Allowing opportunities to change your life direction, wherever your life is going. If an opportunity comes, don't be such a naysayer, because that opportunity might be exactly what you're looking for. All that glitters. It's very interesting energy, because it's almost like you don't know what you want. Pisces doesn't know what they want, both male and female. You can say that you know what you want stability, security, a relationship, a family, but are you sure that's it's not limiting you? From what you really want? Are you limiting yourself from what you really want? Esoteric knowledge and wisdom of life are not obtained through formal education. Cultivate the variety of wisdom through your own experience. Life must be lived and not debated to be meaningful. So some of you get in your ego and self-pity and victimhood mode, where you feel like life needs to prove to you that it's meaningful, when in reality it's not a debate. We all know that life is meaningful, and whenever we feel that it's not, or whenever we feel that it's useless, it's either an attack or an ego battle. Okay, there we go. I want to make sure it's going and rolling. We have you needing strength in a certain situation. You needing to be more specific with your prayer requests or your dialogue that you have with Source. It's almost like you're needing to get over your ego, and it's almost like all you have to do is ask. And it's like you don't want to ask. Some of you might be 40 years old. And a blessing wants to come your way. When this card comes up, it's a blessing being attracted to you. It's like what you're looking for is looking for you when this card comes forward. Let's do an animal omen for Pisces. And then Pisces emotions. We have the puffin. So Pisces is naturally a puffin. You love being outdoors. You love the simple things in life, but you love your freedom. And if you ever settle down, you have to settle down with somebody who is going to allow you to perform in your natural, true element. And that is why it's so difficult. Not difficult, important. It's important for people to make sure that the people they date or marry are people that allow you to be in your natural element and understand your natural element without keeping you away from your life purpose. Does that make sense? So that's why Pisces has such a hard time committing or getting married or having children, because they want to make sure that whoever they end up with is not going to jeopardize their true nature, their true freedom, and their true potential for whatever it is they end up doing, which some of them may not know yet. With your emotions, you're needing to be more honest with your significant other. We've had this issue for years. For years, we've had this issue. You have been keeping the truth from your person. Pisces, for those of you who settled, you ended up in a settlement of a settling situationship, a situationship you settled for, just because, let me tell you, just because you got into a situationship and that situationship is 10 years long, that does not mean that that situationship is going to progress. If you got yourself into a settlement where someone settled for you, meaning they would have settled for something better, but because that person wasn't available, they settled for you. Even if you're together for 10 years, that does not mean that that settlement is going to progress. And some of you Pisces here, you settled for your significant other, and you never told them that. You will take that to your grave, some of you. So if you're a cross watcher, I'm sorry for putting you out there. If you're a cross watcher and your Pisces has not proposed after many, many, many years, or has not given you children after many, many years, it's because they settled for you. If they wouldn't have settled, they would have married you and they would have given you children. Pisces are going to hate me after this. But that's where the problems are coming from. You know, it's like you have all that glitters or the potential to obtain it, but it's like you know that all the riches in the world are not going to give you happiness. What's going to give you happiness is integrity and releasing the truth to your partner that you don't want to marry them and you don't want to give them kids. And the only person in the world that you would have ever married or given kids is not available, and that's why you settled for them. And you're not going to tell them that. So you're just going to keep leading them on and creating more karma for yourself. If that is you. If that is not you, you just have to practice protecting your voice and protecting your rights and standing up for yourself. And reconnecting with your ancestral roots, your ancestral heritage, culture, your lineage is what will bring back this power that you feel that you feel like something, like the life has been taken out of you. And in a way it has, by negative energies. And that's why it's so important for you to be specific with your intention and your dialogue with source. It's kind of like closed mouths don't get fed, and source cannot answer your questions if you're not sending prayer requests or prayer request intentions either in the 5D or in the 3D. What colors does Pisces need to incorporate more in their life? And we have indigo, improving your vision. So your vision right now is obscured by the false belief that you deserve to settle. What is wrong with you that you think that you deserve to settle, and that you are just worthy for settlements? And not only that, not only is there some kind of issue with you settling for less, but hurting others in the process. And this is a lifetime issue for Pisces, because every astrological sign represents a karmic cycle that we have to overcome as that sign. So astrology, in my opinion, is combined with the karmic cycle and the karmic wheel. So your vision that you need to improve, Pisces, is you need to stop thinking that settling is okay. You need to stop thinking that hurting others is okay. If the person that you married, if the person that you're dating or the situationship that you're in, if that's someone that you're willing to marry and have kids with, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that lead others on for years, and the other person is dying, waiting for you to propose to them or give them kids. And you never do because you can't admit or break up with them. So if there's any unhappiness, it's associated with how you treat other people in a romantic situation. It seems to me that the person that Pisces is with, for the most part, loves you and wants to marry you and give you children. For another group of you, you need strength because your partner cheats on you, so you need to leave them because they're going to continue to do that. What in it is you? What is it in you that believes it's okay to settle for someone who cheats on you? For that group. Okay, I'm done with that part of the reading. If you're in a situationship, Pisces, this is yours. Your segment. Exes might come through, past, present, or future might come through, crushes might come through, people you rejected might come through, energy vampires might come through, and so forth. What do these people wish that they could say if they could? but they're too cowardly to say it. I'm just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. I just don't have any patience for immaturity, and I just find that in this generation there's a lot of immaturity, and I can't help but roast it and call it out when I see it. So we're going to pull 8 cards and then conclude your reading, Pisces. Sorry if I was so hard on you today. I can't help to deliver the truth, especially to cross-watchers, because you're never going to tell them, so I'll tell them. And for those who are experiencing that, they will intuitively know if they are included in that group or not. You know if that's your person or not, or if it's meant for somebody else. Pisces, someone in your life, 1 or 2 people in your life think you are so hot. People on the street, random strangers, be thinking that you are so hot. And if you are not happy, then stay single. Okay? Don't lead people on. Stay single if you want to continue living that kind of bachelor or bachelorette party lifestyle. I can't reach out. I find you so attractive. I see life differently now. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. You speak to me through music. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I feel you even though we are apart. And my life is not as together as it seems. Okay, those are all the messages I have for you, Pisces. Till next time. Bye.